Hey guys, I'm Karthik. So today in this video, we'll see about the vulnerability assessment. Okay, we'll see about the theoretical part of the vulnerability assessment. So before going into the next video, like web penetration testing, we must have to know about the terminologies so we'll use in the web penetration testing. Okay, so if we know about all these things, then only we are going to get some idea about web penetration testing. Don't worry, I'll be showing you live about how to do the web penetration testing. But before that, we should have to get some idea about what is meant by vulnerability assessment and how the vulnerability critical level of the vulnerability is calculated, and what are the steps in life cycle of vulnerability assessment, and what are the types of vulnerability assessments will be present. Okay, so we'll know about these things. Then, so in short, what is meant by vulnerability assessment? So it is nothing but finding a loophole or vulnerability, like weakness in an application or any website, and reporting it to the owner without changing the developer codes and as well as without exploiting the data. Okay. So without any delay, we'll start. We'll discuss about all these things. Okay. So now, first question, what is mean by vulnerability assessment? So like I told you, vulnerability assessment is nothing but it is a process where ethical hacker on behalf of the owner is going to scan the network. I mean, he's going to scan his particular website or any other application on behalf of the owner. Ethical hacker is going to use some kind of tools and scanning and finding any kind of loopholes are present or not. Okay, finding the loopholes and weakness in the website. Okay, and if he finds loopholes and if he finds any weakness in that apps or any kind of websites or applications, then he is going to report it back to the owner, and owner will try to discuss with the developer and fix those issues or bugs. Okay, so that is vulnerability assessment. Okay, next, how a vulnerability is calculated. See, ethical hackers are going to be paid. Okay, that is called that comes under bug bounty. You will know about that in bug bounty. So ethical hackers are going to be paid if they find any bug and reports it back to the owner. So then they are going to be paid they are going to be paid some amount. Okay, from start, like starting they'll offer 10,000. Okay, if you find the vulnerability with the criticality, find the false in 0.1 to 3.9. Okay, 0.1 to 3.9. They'll pay you some amount. Okay, starting range is 10,000. But if you find any bugs in major tech companies like Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so there will be, I think, at most 10 lakhs. Okay, starting only 10 lakhs you are going to get if you find bugs. Okay, in such type of chain companies. So if the criticality falls between 4.0 to 6.9, so you're going to get some more amount. Okay, if that criticality falls in 7 to 98.9, you'll find you will get some more amount than before. So if that falls between 9 to 10, then you are going to get paid high. Okay, paid high. Then all the listed above criticalities. Okay, next, see how the vulnerability is calculated. Let me show you how vulnerability is calculated. For that, you need to go to Chrome and just search for CVSS. CVSS means Common Vulnerability Scoring System. So you just click on the link. Don't worry, I'll be giving the link of this website in the description below. You can go there and check that. So you just click on the calculator and just scroll down. See here, can you see the base score? So just click on the network. For sample, I'm showing you. Just click on the network and attack on complexity. Just put it on high, and privileges required. Just put it none for everything. Okay, and change it. Just here, give it for low, and integrity low, and availability You can keep anything, but I'm just keeping it low. Okay, see the vulnerability is 5.6. It is calculated and it has shown the result. Okay, in such a way we can able to find the vulnerability of any vulnerability score of any website. Okay, so what are the steps in life cycle of vulnerability assessment? So we'll know about this. So first thing is creating a baseline, and second thing is vulnerability assessment, and third thing is risk assessment, and fourth one remediation, and fifth one verification, and see, at last one monitor. See, creating a baseline in the sense it is nothing but footprinting. Okay, footprinting and scan. Creating a baseline in the sense you are going to collect some tools and see. Remember, before knowing about how to find a bug, you should a hacker should have two kind of uh, you should have to know about two things. They are manual testing and as well as automation testing. If hacker contains, I mean, if a hacker have these two qualities only, I mean, if a hacker have these two things, I mean, these are the main mandatory things a hacker should know about. He should know about manual testing and automation testing. Okay, then only he is going to be hired by any company. Okay, if a hacker doesn't know about any one of the mentioned about thing, he is not going to be hired. Okay, these two things are very important. Manual testing and automation testing. Okay, a person should have uh, knowledge about these two things. Okay, now creating a baseline in the sense footprinting. Okay, collecting information about the target by using different kinds of websites. I have told you earlier. Okay, and scanning. Scanning in the sense we should have to send a request to the server and collecting the information by asking the host server. Okay, so that comes under scanning. Okay, and collecting some information about the tools also that comes under creating a baseline. Next, vulnerability assessment. So in vulnerability assessment, we are going to scan the networks. We are going to scan the networks and we are going to find the bugs. Okay, we are going to find the bugs by implementing some kind of tools. Okay, some kind of tools we are going to use in this the web penetration testing. I'll show you live in live. I'll show you. Don't worry. By using those kinds of tools, different kinds of tools, we are going to find the bugs. Okay, that is that comes under vulnerability assessment. Next, risk assessment. Risk assessment in the sense if we find any bugs in their website or application. See, data might be anything. It can be anything like it can be a hospital patients list, or it can be like school management's data. So data can be anything, but it has to be protected. Okay, if that is not protected, black hat attackers are going to attack and steal information, and they are going to sell that information in anyway. Okay, so that data has to be protected. See, if the hackers find any bug, I mean, ethical hackers find any bug, if they report it back to the owner, if the owner is not going to fix it in the sense, what is going to happen? The data is going, the data might be leaked out. Okay, so to come out from such situations, they have to patch their website. Okay, they have to patch their weaknesses or vulnerabilities by writing some more codes. Okay, by developing some more security codes. So in that way, means we are going to tell what kind of risks are going to come to the owner's website. Okay, if we do not find and patch those vulnerabilities. Next, remediation. Remediation in the sense we are going to if we find any bug, we are going to report it, and if we have any ideas regarding how to fix it, we are going to give some remedies. Okay, we are going to give some suggestions, answers on how to fix those particular bugs. Okay, that comes under remediation. Next, verification. So verification in the sense owners are going to uh, confirm with the developers that regarding the bugs and how to fix. Okay, how to fix by writing some patching codes. Okay, next monitoring. Monitoring in the sense, developers are going to developers are going to monitor, like they're going to like what they're going to detail in detail, they're going to see if there are any patching, like if there are any weaknesses. Okay, so after all these things, we are now will come into types of vulnerability assessment. So monitoring is nothing but just observing it in detail. Okay, carefully to uh, to know about if they fix any patches. If they fix any patches, they'll see some more possibilities to find the loophole. If they do not find any loophole, that's okay. If they find any loophole, again they have to fix that new loophole also. So that comes under monitoring. Okay, so taking extra care. Okay, taking extra care after finding the loophole as well. Okay, now what are the types of vulnerability assessment? There are four kinds of vulnerability assessment types, like active assessment, active vulnerability assessment, next passive vulnerability assessment, next external vulnerability assessment, and internal vulnerability assessment. These four types are very easy, I can tell you. See, active assessment in the sense, uh, active assessment. uh, Active assessment is not what it is, like scanning. I told you, I told you, right? Footprinting and scanning, creating a baseline, that comes under active assessment. Okay, scanning scanning doesn't comes under active assessment, just only footprinting. Okay, footprinting comes under active assessment. In passive assessment, scanning comes. Okay, scanning comes under this passive assessment. Okay, let me tell you how. See here, footprinting in the sense, we are not going to request any host server. Okay, we are not going to request host server to give information. Okay, we are collecting it by using different kinds of websites. Like I've told you in the previous videos, like whois.domaintools.com and Netcraft and Archive and DNS. Okay, dnsdomaintools.com. So these I have used these kind of websites. Okay, I have used these kind of websites to collect information without the host permission. Okay, without hitting the servers of the host. Okay, or target. So here passive assessment in a sense, we are going to get like this. This is nothing but scanning. So we are going to request the host server. So here the host server comes. We are going to request a host server to give information. Okay, to give information. I have told you I have used Nmap, right? In the previous or earlier videos, I have used Nmap, and in that Nmap, I have entered the IP address of the particular target, and I have collected information by hitting it to the by sending a request to the server. Okay, server uh, experiences critical hittings. Okay, critical requests from our IP address, and it gives information to our IP address. Okay, so that comes under passive assessment. External assessment in the sense, it is very easy. Okay, I'll tell you the difference between internal and external assessment as well. See, internal assessment in the sense, owners are going to recruit ethical hackers to find the bugs, to patch the loopholes. Okay, now here, external assessment in the sense, hackers, hackers of any kind, hackers are going to perform penetration testing without owner's permission. So I hope you have got this, the difference between internal and external assessment. See, in internal assessment, owners are going to recruit the ethical hackers to find the bugs and to patch the loopholes. Okay. So here in the external assessment, hackers without the permission of owners, okay, different kinds of outside hackers are going to perform penetration testing and knowing about the loopholes in the websites, and without the owner's permission. Okay, they do some kind of maybe malware's installation, or they do some kind of data leakage. So without the permission of the owners, if they do the attacks, that comes under external assessment. If the permission is taken and done everything, I mean done web penetration testing, so that comes under internal assessment. Okay, I hope you have got the difference between internal assessment and external assessment, and as well active assessment and passive assessment. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you have got about the vulnerability assessment topic. So I think this is just a simple video, theoretical part. We must have to know about these things, okay, before web penetration testing. So I think I hope you have got this information, and thanks for watching.